We came here to the U.S. under an L1, L2 visa. My husband got laid off, and then we shifted into an E2 investor's visa.
Okay. Where are you from?
From the Philippines.
From the Philippines. Okay. What is your business?
We set up a woodworking business.
Mm-hmm.
But
okay.
Unfortunately, it was not really that good. So I'm having problem with the profitability. So I'm looking into shifting into a tax preparation or bookkeeping services business.
Okay.
Our visa is due for renewal by January 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I'm in the process of starting that new business.
Okay.
My question is that my husband has an EAD, and of course, if we are going to file our renewal, like, for example, by June or July, can I submit as well the EAD renewal and he can still work for his company?
Yes.
Or
yes.
he has to stop working until he gets
No, submit an EAD renewal, and you could even file for an expedite.
But what if our visa is not yet approved at that time?
Well, you can file for an expedite. You can pay an expedite fee of $14 for a turnaround.
Okay.
And you can apply for the renewal, and you should, and it should come shortly thereafter. You can renew the work permit while your E2 is pending.
Because his employer, we are also going to request for a PERM.
Okay.
With his employer.
Right.
So when is the best time to apply for that one?
Now. Now.
Okay, go ahead.
Do it now.
Now?
Now, yes. The best time is now. Don't wait.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't get any easier in a year from now. Do it now.
We still need to talk to them and all of that. So
have that conversation.
Yeah.
Have that conversation. Yeah.
So do you also help on that one
Yes, we do PERMs. E2s, for those who don't know, are investor visas. Yes, we handle E2s. Yes, we do PERMs for labor applications. And for those of you who don't know what the L1, L2 is, that is the intra-company transferee visa. So somebody was working for a company in the Philippines for at least 1 out of the last 3 years and then transferred over here. Yeah. Okay. So Rich, yes, we can help you with all of that.
I have a question about 245I. If I had an L1 visa in 1995 and remained in the country, do I qualify for the 245 relief?
No, because an L1 is a non-immigrant visa. To get the 245I, you needed an I-140 or a PERM or an I-130 filed before April 2001.
Can I obtain an H-1B extension through proof of ownership of my condo property?
No.
I was denied an H-2B extension. My agency had us working for 90 days. We didn't know we were denied until we were asked to stop working and our tickets were booked and we went back to our home country. Since then, we haven't traveled for 3 years. Do you think we can apply now for our work visa? Would the unlawfully present block us from going back to the USA to work?
Well, I would say yes, you can apply, but you are totally screwed once you overstay, even if it's not your fault. The employer screwed you over. It's very hard to get that visa back again.
I came here on a work permit.
H-2B?
H-2B.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my visa have been expired.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible after it expired that I can still adjust my status if I get married?
Yes. To a U.S. citizen, absolutely.
Okay.
I have a trip I overstayed already. I overstayed my B1, B2 visa. So I was thinking, is it possible for the church to file for me when I've overstayed?
Is it possible for the church to file for you as an overstay? Is that your question?
No, the church is willing to file R1 visa for me.
What do you do for the church?
I'm in charge of the music.
You're a music minister, or you're just in charge of music?
I'm a music minister in the church.
Okay. You've overstayed by how long now?
2 years now.
All right. Because you overstayed your time, you can't change your status to an R visa. You would have to go back to your home country to get it. And then because you've overstayed by more than a year, you would have a 10-year bar. So R visa is not for you.
I own 2 businesses in New York. One is a car dealership. The other is an electrical company. Mm-hmm. However, I'm trying to get a work permit for someone who doesn't live in the country. I'm not sure if you could advise me as to how I should approach this.
Okay. Are you Jamaican, I hear? A Jamaican accent? Or no?
Yes, I'm Jamaican.
Okay. The person you want to have work for you is also Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it that they're going to come do for you?
Sales and managing of the dealership.
Okay.
So
as a Jamaican, because you're dual citizen, or maybe you're a resident or whatever you are, but you have a Jamaican passport, own 50% of a business or more, and you want to bring an employee from Jamaica to work in a specialized field in your business, you can bring that employee on an E2 visa. It's an investor visa, and you're allowed to bring employees.
Do you have any idea, like, what I would have to prove in terms of, like, documenting?
You are more than 50% owner of this business. This is not
100%.
Right. This is not your sole source of income. You have an employee or somebody you want to hire in Jamaica who's qualified to come work in this particular position, management, executive, specialized field, and you bring them over on an E2 visa and file it. That's what you need. There are two ways to start a business in the United States and get a work visa to come run your business. The first way is something called an L1A visa. It's an intra-company transferee visa. You have a business in a country outside of the United States. You are more than 50% owner of that business, and you want to open up a subsidiary of that business or a new business in the United States of America. Could be completely different than your business in your particular country. The important thing is that you are also at least a 50% owner of the business in the United States. Now, both the business in your particular country, in this case Canada, but it could be anywhere, and the business in the United States has similar majority ownership, you. And now you say you want to transfer employees from your business outside of the U.S. to your business in the U.S. And which employee do you want to transfer? Yourself, as an executive or manager under the L1A visa program. And then you transfer yourself to the United States to run your business while keeping your business in your particular country still operating. Obviously, you have to make a substantial investment. You need a good business plan. It's a lot more complicated than I can explain in 1 minute, but that's the general idea. And the good news is that after 1 year on your L1A visa and you file an extension, you did what you said you were going to do, you can then self-petition yourself for your green card. The downside of the L1A visa is it's not valid forever, only 7 years in total. So after 7 years, you would have to either leave the United States or apply for your green card. There's something also called an E2 treaty trader visa. It's not available to every person in every country. It's only available to people who are citizens of countries that have a treaty trader status with the United States of America. But assuming you do have that treaty trader status, you would make a substantial investment in a business in the United States. You don't necessarily have to have a business in your particular country. You just have to show that you have some income other than what you intend to earn in the United States of America. And then you get a E2 treaty trader visa to be the executive in your company to run it and operate it, as long as you make a substantial investment in that particular company. Also much more complicated than I've explained. But the good news about an E2 visa is as long as your business is in business, you can keep renewing it forever. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.